Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about empathy. So there's a really interesting question that's been posed many times in society, and it is empathy something that you are born with or that you can learn to be empathetic? And I really think that there are that both answers are correct. I think there are definitely people, children that are born with that really ingrained sense of empathy. But I think that if you're not naturally an empathetic person, or it's not as common your response, you can absolutely learn empathetic behaviors, way to interact with other people in empathetic ways. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you about a little bit today. And it may feel easier or more natural for some people to demonstrate these empathetic ways, but for others, it's a learning process, and you're going to do great. So empathy is the awareness, and I'm going to read exact from my notes, the exact definition, or really how to describe it. Empathy is the awareness of feelings and emotions in other people. It's a link between self and others. We're working to understand how an individual is experiencing something. And that is the key there, that how they are experiencing it. Not what they're experiencing, not how we would experience it, but how they, in particular, individualized, are experiencing a certain setting, a certain situation, a certain conflict, a certain challenge, how they're experiencing it, and then really trying to feel or experience it for ourselves. So you're walking a mile in their shoes. You're really trying to relate. You're feeling with them as opposed to feeling for them. So you're not feeling bad that they're having this challenge with their nutrition. You're putting yourself in, if you were an over 100 pounds overweight mom of 3 who's struggling to get workouts in and is at her wit's end and is looking for balance in their life, how would that feel? In going at a situation or a conversation with that person with that level of empathy. So feeling the same as they do. There's 3 types of empathy. We really want to focus on the last one, but the first one is cognitive empathy, and that is understanding someone's thoughts, their rational emotions, and that can be much easier to understand. You can understand a fact. You can understand why someone may believe or feel or live by a certain fact. The next one is emotional empathy. That's really understanding their feelings and feeling their feelings too. And you don't necessarily have to understand why, the cognitive piece of it with that one. You're just understanding that gut raw emotion. Now, the one that I really want to talk about is where you really start to put those two together and show compassionate empathy. And what compassionate empathy is understanding someone's feelings and taking action to help them move past those feelings or build upon those feelings. So either move past if it's a negative feeling, or build upon if it's a positive one that's going to support the positive life change that they've come to us to make. There's 4 elements of empathy, and I'm going to go through those really quickly with you. Understanding others, and this is where our communication skills really come into play. The things that I've talked about in the past, the nonverbal and the active listening, that's where we're really trying to understand and show sensitivity. Then we move on to developing others, and this is where we take our empathy and we feel what they're feeling, and we can keep in mind, though, our experiences in our education, either in other areas of our life or here right in the store, and how we can help develop them. We can provide feedback, we can mentor and coach them, and really try to help them move beyond. We always have to make sure with our empathy that we are going above and beyond. We are having a service orientation. You stop. When the door opens, you stop anything you're doing and you really focus on the client 150%. We're opening doors for people. We're carrying boxes to cars. We're grabbing a marker or a couple markers and a piece of paper to distract a child while a mom is trying to have a nutrition consultation and she's struggling to kind of keep her kid busy. We're doing the things that people are going to go home and talk to their neighbor and say, oh my goodness, the people at PLN go the extra mile every time I'm in there. That is the type of empathy and service. It almost goes with the whole concept of do unto others as you would want done to you. Think of the most positive experiences that you've had in restaurants or stores or doctor's offices, anywhere, and try to emulate that empathetic behavior. And the last one is leveraging diversity, and that is huge. You have to keep in mind that every person that comes to our store, every person who comes to us online, every person who calls us on the phone is coming from a different background, coming from a different place, a different level of happiness or unhappiness or devotion to change or understanding of nutrition or understanding of what's involved in portion control, what their needs are, whether they want to lose weight or bulk up for some type of fitness event or whatever it is. They're coming to us in a different place, and that diversity is going to be huge in understanding how to be empathetic. So you want to look at every person as a different person and really go the extra mile with them. Hopefully this cleared up a little bit on empathy. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I would love to talk more. Have a great day, guys.